raise your hand. Raise your hand. I want to let 3 people record this. I want to let 3 people record this from your laptop. If nobody, then all right. Okay, I'm going to let Sierra, Keith, and y'all got to raise your hand. Y'all don't know how to raise your hand? Mario's recording for his team. I'm going to let Sierra record because that's my team right there. Sierra, you're allowed to record. Okay, Mario and Sierra. I'm going to leave it at that. Mario and Sierra can record. So let's jump right into it. Let's get filthy. Drop some ones if you're ready. Drop some ones if you're ready. Ooh. Yo, who here was on my pop-up Zoom when I was in the middle of nowhere? I did a pop-up Zoom and I said buy gold. I said people buy gold. Who bought gold when I said buy gold? I was like, guys, gold looks good. Why don't you buy it? You know, it'll give us a little bit of pips, but I don't know what happened. Gold decided to give us all the pips, right? It gave us 200 pips to be exact. People were saying I'm looking for sells in gold, but if you remember what I said no, the cycle is up. This is an uptrend. This is not a downtrend, right? This is not a downtrend. So let me go over what I always go over first, right? This is a training, right? This isn't a trading session. This is a training. Maybe if a signal pops up, you guys will get a signal. But what do I always go over? What does, no, I can do this on my own screen. What does Filthy Pips always like to go over? I always like to go over, you know, first the market cycle, right? What is the market cycle? It's essentially a way to get into the head of the market makers or the banks, the institutions, the government, whatever you want to call it, whatever makes you happy, you know, just call it that. I call it the market makers or the institutions and banks. Banks is a fun way to say it, but people like market makers, right? This is a concept I love to use because it just works every day. It works every week. It's just it repeats itself, right? Forex it's all about patterns in the market. Can you identify patterns? I'll let Keith record too because he's on my team. Keith, you can record now. All right, so market cycles. Essentially, we all should know that the market opens up, you know, on a Sunday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right? When it opens up, how does it usually open up? In a gap and in consolidation, right? In a gap in consolidation. So you have that little range where the market just consolidates. And most people don't trade Sundays. The banks don't trade Sundays, so why are you trying to trade Sundays? Doesn't make sense, right? So if the banks aren't trading Sundays, then you shouldn't be trading Sundays, right? Also, everybody drop some threes for Mario because Mario is the reason why I'm doing this call. Drop some threes for Mario. Shout out to Mario real quick. Mario better be dropping the most threes. Ooh, I love it. I love the love, right? All right, so if you guys don't know who Mario is, follow him on IG, right? He's a great guy, Mario Ornelius. So I hope I said that right. So the market opens in consolidation, right? Pay attention to the left side of my screen. Pay attention to the left side of my screen, right? So we have a spike to the high, right? The market spikes to the high usually and somewhere in between the consolidation range to fake out traders. Then it hits, you know, spikes a low and it comes back up, right? It comes back up and you get faked out right here. People start selling, people start buying up here, right? Then the market kind of holds the range. But what happens is, you know, it breaks that, right? It breaks that. And then it creates some type of reversal pattern like a W or M or a head and shoulders, right? Then the market goes in a nice little uptrend like that. And then how does it reverse? It gives you a reversal pattern again. Oh, hold on. I don't know why my. And then it closes the week in consolidation, right? So this is the cycle. Pay attention to this cycle right here. This happens every single week. It can start on a Wednesday, it can start on a Thursday, it can start on a Friday. I don't know when it'll start, but it'll start, right? So market, oh dang, my thing is slow. So this right here, this is a consolidation phase. The market shoots down, pushes 1, 2, and then gave you a final third push before it created a W, right? Created a W, and then it shot up, right? Remember this right here, the W. The W, don't forget the W. That thing is very, very important, right? Also remember the number 3 in the market. The number 3 is very important in the market. Can't see my screen. Can you guys see my screen? There's always that one person that can't see my screen. All right, you guys can see my screen. Cool, cool. So, right, the market gave you a W. Then it went to a massive, massive phase of consolidation. Look at this. This is called a level 2 consolidation. Right? A level 2 consolidation. See, I was doing my pop-up Zoom and I was like, why is everybody selling gold? Like, it doesn't make sense, right? Why? Because we had a W formation. After you get a formation like that, expect a 3-level rise. What is a level? A level is a period of consolidation. So this is a level 1, this is a level 2, this is a level 2, and then it shoots up 3 pushes to create a level 3, then reverse, right? Then reverse. So what do you get? A level 2. How did I find the entry? I'm going to teach you guys something real quick. Something that I don't really teach. This is just my secret sauce of trading, right? This is just my secret sauce of trading that I like to use this right here. I think it's on here. Is it on here? No, it's not. Okay. This is just something that I really like to use before I jump into deuces, right? TDI. It's a great indicator. Most traders that use it won't tell you they use it because it's just very, very well, right? It works really well. So I use TDI, right? And then you guys can do this too. This is a very easy strategy, right? TDI, don't change the settings, and then pull up 2 moving averages. EMA, right? Type that. Click moving average exponential once, click it twice, X that out. Let's edit that. Okay, let me show you guys this really quickly before I jump into Philthy Deuces, right? And if you haven't gone through IML Academy, make sure you go through IML Academy Basics 1 through 4. It's very, very important that you do that. You know, because I like to teach advanced now. I used to teach the basics, but that's what IML is for, right? IML is here for a reason, for you to use the tools that it offers, right? Use the tools that it offers. IML Academy will teach you everything you need to know, okay? So let's change the settings of this one really quickly. The 50 EMA, exponential moving average, and the, what is going on? 200. 50 and the 200. Okay. The 50 EMA and the 200 EMA. Okay. I messed that up. Give me one sec, guys. Moving averages are like the only indicators I ever use, by the way. So don't ask me about Bollinger Bands or, you know, stochastics or anything like that, because I cannot teach you that. They work for some people, they just don't work for me. Okay. So I'm not an indicator trader. I'm a price action pattern-based trader, okay? If you want to define me as something. So what did I see, right? At that moment in time when I was doing my pop-up Zoom, I saw a touch of the 200 EMA. I saw a touch of the 200 EMA. I said, okay, looks interesting, right? Looks very, very interesting, right? The 200 EMA is basically a trend indicator, right? It tells you the trend of the market. Tells you the trend of the market. And the TDI, look at this, right? So the market in this case is an uptrend, and whenever the market's in a level 2, it's usually at the 200 EMA. TDI was oversold, right? Oversold. All you have to know is when it breaks the bottom bands, that's oversold. This indicator is made up of RSI, which is the green line, the signal indicator, which is stochastic, basically the red line, the median line being the yellow, and the blue lines being the volatility bands or the Bollinger Bands, right? The Bollinger Bands. Yes, this is MMM, right? TDI is an MMM thing. So, Bollinger Bands, green line is RSI. Pay attention to the green, the red, and the blue, right? The green, the red, and the blue for the very basics, right? So when price is at 200 EMA, and this is completely oversold like that. Let me see if I can bring this up. And it's oversold. You guys see that? It's oversold, right? It's below the blue Bollinger Band, right? It's below the blue Bollinger Band. Buy it, right? Buy it. What are you waiting for? So I called a buy, and it shot all the way up 200 pips. So this indicator is very powerful. If you look at it again right here, it is oversold at the 200 EMA, shoots up, right? At the 200 EMA. Not like this, right? This is overbought, but is it at an EMA? No, it's not. So why are you selling? You can if you want. Like right here, you could have caught pips on the sell. Let's see another example. It doesn't work really well with gold, to be honest. It works well with GBP pairs. I really like them with GBP pairs. Let's see right here. No. Right here at the 50 EMA. Look at that. Right? The 50 EMA. Right there. Ooh. Doesn't want to draw. Okay, 50 EMA. Overbought. Look how it dropped, right? So that's that. I just wanted to show you guys that real quick. So let's jump into Philthy Deuces. What do you need to know for Philthy Deuces? It's a very advanced, but yet a simple strategy, right? It's very advanced, but it's very simple as well. So I call it the most advanced, simple strategy out there. It's not the end all be all, but it's made me some money. It helped me take $52 to $4,000 in a little bit over 2 weeks, right? And you guys can do the same too, but you just need chart time. You need patience. You need to be very patient when it comes to trading, okay? So what do you need to know? You need to know the market cycle. You know that this market's in an uptrend. You have a W, level 2 right here, level 3 right here. What do you get at a level 3? You get a head and shoulders and a drop, right? That's a head and shoulders and a drop, or an M formation, or a half Batman pattern. So understand market cycles, understand reversal patterns, okay? Understand reversal patterns. Let me check the chat. The recording won't be available. It'll only be available to the people that are recording. So Sierra, Keith, and Mario, if they decide to send the recording, they'll send the recording. Okay, so you need to know reversal patterns. You need to know market cycle and also market structure, right? What's the difference between market cycle and market structure? Market structure is this right here. Market creates a low, creates a high, creates a higher low, right? And a higher high. Just understand that structure right there. Okay, IMO Academy is good for that. So understand highs and lows and the trend of the market, right? So that's very important. Also, if you want to understand fibs, they're very simple. How do fibs work? Essentially, you grab the Fibonacci tool, drop it from a low point to a high point, and look for a 50 to 618 retracement, okay? 50 to 618 retracement. What did you get right here? You got a 50% retracement. The market shoots up all the way here, right? The market shot up a lot from that 50%, but in that same day, it shot up 60 pips. If you held it for 2 days, 143 pips. If you held it for 7 days, 260 pips, right? So that's it's. I love fibs when it comes to that. Fibs are easy to catch a trend continuation, right? So fibs, and what you want to understand too is the only type of candlesticks I like to focus on now. I used to focus on and what do you call morning star, evening star, uh rising kings, whatever, all the stuff, right? Three white knights or something like that. I used to focus on all of that, but now I only focus on one thing. Who can type in the chat what it is I focus on? What type of candlestick I focus on? What candlestick do I love? The engulfing, right? All you need to know in this market is an engulfing candle, right? You don't need a volume indicator to tell you the volume of the market. You just need an engulfing candle, right? What is an engulfing candle? It is a large candle. It's a very large candle. So look at this right here. This is an engulfing candle. That right there is an engulfing candle. What makes that an engulfing candle? Because the opening and closing of that price is much larger than the candles before it, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 candles that it engulfed, right? It took over the bodies of the previous 12 candles, right? And what my good friend Trap King would say is an engulfing trap. Okay, that's an engulfing trap as well. But I like to focus on that engulfing candle. What that means is the volume of the market is down, right? The volume of the market is down. So what you could have done is sold this market when it broke out of the engulfing candle, retested it. You could have sold it, right? So if you sold it when it did retest the engulfing candle, you would have caught 50 pips. You would have caught 50 pips. Easy, right? Easy money. Just very, don't need to complicate trading. But what I really like to focus on when it comes to engulfing candles is supply and demand, right? Supply and demand is my favorite thing to focus on or to look at because it just is really the volume of the market. So if you look right here, this candle, this green candle right here, engulfed this red candle. So what you do, if it engulfs just one candle and the market just reverses one way, draw that up, box that up, see what it did, right? Box up the candle that got engulfed. Look what the market did. Look what it gave us. That red candle just became a very, very strong zone in the market. It became a very strong demand zone. Demand is always on bottom, supply is always on top. And I'll show you guys supply in a sec, right? So you just box that up. Look what the market did, right? Look what this market did. It came up, retested it, came up, retested it, came up, retested it, and then boom, it's gone, right? This thing was gone. So engulfing candles are very, very, very powerful in the market. Let me show you the supply real quick. A supply zone, this could be considered a supply zone right here. You can always draw it from wick to wick too on that candle, but I like to do just the body. This could be a supply zone right here because the red one took over the body of the green one, right? Very simple. Engulfing only on the 1 hour. I mean, if you find it on 4 hour, it's powerful too. So let's look for an example on the 4 hour, right? Now I want you guys to keep in mind, I'm putting together a bunch of pieces of a major puzzle, right? Putting together pieces of a bigger puzzle. So let's check the 4 hour right here. Okay, this is a good example right here. This candle right here is a demand zone right there. That's a demand zone. What makes this a demand zone? Because this bullish candle completely took over the body of the bearish candle and its previous candles, right? So that makes that a demand zone and a trap, right? So what happens is now that this is a demand zone, you know that it'll retest, right? Retest the body and shoot up 85 pips in a day. Retest again, and it gave you that 200 pips, right? Retest again, it gave you that 200 pips that I called on Zoom the other day. So, number one, market cycle. What is the cycle of the market? Number two, What is the structure of the market? Number 3, understand reversal patterns. Number 4, understand fibs. Number 5, understand engulfing candles with supply and demand. Right, with supply and demand. This is not a trading session. This is a teaching session. Okay, so, oh, no, wait, one sec. Let me make sure nobody can draw on my screen. We might, let me make somebody co-host real quick so we don't get any craziness in here. Mario, I'm gonna make you co-host since you're the one that put this call together. All right, Mario, you're co-host, so you can mute people, you can unmute yourself, or kick anyone off the call that, says something dumb, because I get that a lot. Exactly what Abdul said. You shouldn't be worried about missing trades when it comes to these calls, right? We're here to learn the skill, because if you just hop on enough calls to where you don't make any money on those calls, you can go out and do this on your own and make a lot of money on your own, right? So, focus on learning the skill, right? So when it comes to Filthy Deuces, right, you do need TradingView Pro Plus, right? You do need TradingView Pro Plus. Angel, if you can drop the link. George, what is your question? Do you look where the chart retraces? Do you look at where the chart retraces or any engulfing candle in the market? That's a very vague question. Can you be more, or George, let me unmute you. Let me see what your question is. All right, George, are you there?
Yeah.
All right, what was your question, bro?
So like, you know how you identified which candles were engulfing? Do you look at it where like right where it's about to retrace, or do you like just choose anywhere on the market in the
The
trend?
most recent one I can find. So, for example, this is the most recent one I can find.
Okay.
I'm just showing you guys examples. So if I were to look for the last example, it would be right here or right here. It just depends on where we are in the market and what's to the left of that.
Gotcha.
That's the easiest way to put it. Okay, so when it comes to Filthy Deuces, I'll do a recording soon, but for now, take the sauce that you guys are getting tonight. Mario will have the recording, Sierra will have it, and Keith will have it. So if you guys want to blow up their DMs, definitely do so. Sierra, I'm about to get your guys' DMs blown up. So message Sierra, Mario, or Keith on Telegram for the recording. If they want to give it to you, they can. If they don't want to, then I'm sorry for your loss. You just have to wait for my next recording. Okay, so when it comes to Filthy Deuces, you need the Renko candles. Angel dropped the link in the chat. Angel dropped the link in the Zoom chat. So if you guys want TradingView Pro Plus, then you can get it for free. You just look at that link. I don't know. I'll check EA in a sec. I'm not worried about any trades I'm in right now. So how does Filthy Deuces work, right? Filthy Deuces, you need the Renko candles. And what the Renko candles are is they measure the market by pips and not time. So look right here, they're all literally the same size. So whenever the market moves in a certain direction, a certain amount of pips, it moves, just like that, right? It prints a new candle. So if you look right here, all you want to do is identify the most previous high or low in the market. So this is the most previous high, right? And then you'll see how do you know it's a high, right? There's a high candle and there's a bearish candle. So when you see a bullish and then a bearish, all you want to do is put one, count to one, and then count to two. Hence why it's called filthy deuces, right? Because it's a deuce. The second one. 1, 2, put your vertical line on that second wrinkled bar. Put your vertical line on that second wrinkled bar. Then go back to your candlesticks, right? That's it. That's all you're paying $30 a month for. Then you want to look at the candle. Let me test something real quick. Let me just check something real quick. Okay. I might have to switch something up with the strategy, but I'll let you guys know. So look for the breakout candle. This is the breakout candle, right? This is the breakout candle. And then remember what I said, look at the market cycle. What's the cycle? We pushed up 3 levels, right? We pushed up 3 levels. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and then look for a reversal pattern. Do we have a reversal pattern near the filthy deuce? Yes, we have a head and shoulders right here. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Right? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Look for a reversal pattern. Look for, give me one sec. Look for a reversal pattern. So head and shoulders, which I like to call it gym, because, you got to have fun with the charts sometimes. You can grab your brush. You can draw a little face on him. Let me see if it'll let me draw. There's the eyes. Hold up, give it a sec. Give me just one sec. And then you can put a smiley face on him. He's happy because he's about to make me money, right? And then what do you see? You see this is the left shoulder. This is the head. This is the right shoulder right here. It's not a nice one, but then what it does is it comes down. So this is Jim right here, right? This is Jim. So we have the head and shoulders. We have a level 3. We have a reversal, right? So let's check the fib, right? How do you draw the fib? The most previous swing, high to low, because we're in a downtrend. Do we have a 50 or 618 at or near our deuce level? Someone tell me. Somebody type in the chat if we do. Why is it? Oh, it's locked. Okay. Let's see. Let me check the chat. Yes. It could qualify as half a Batman. Yes, it could qualify as half a Batman too. What is half a Batman? When the market shoots up, it peaks really high, right? This is a peak formation high, comes back down and never comes back to that high point. So that is half a Batman as well. So, right, we have those confirmations. They add up, right? All you would have to do when the market was down here, you would put a sell limit on gold at 1297.62. It's up almost 20 pips already on a filthy deuce with the perfect entry, right? This is an Instagram trade right here. So you draw your, how do you determine take profit, right? So this is where I really think this is where the strategy gets really good. This is my favorite part of the strategy, is seeing this right here, right? Grab your arrow, just draw it from the swing high to the swing low, which is 55 pips, okay? How do you get the arrow to show pips? You go to settings and go to style, show price range right here. And it'll show price range, right? 55 pips. You see that, you clone that, you put it right on your entry, right? Right on your entry. Put it right on your entry. You put a horizontal line, okay? This is take profit for gold right here. if you're already in the sell. It's too late to sell it. But look left. Is there any structure in the market to the left? Let's keep zooming out, right? Till we can see some structure. Yeah, there's structure. What happens at this level? The market lights. Oh, wow. Look at the structure in this market. Look at what the market does in this area. Look right there. It breakout, retest, shoot up, right here, retest, consolidate in a level, come near it to trap traders. So this is a key level. So expect gold to go to 1292.07, right? When it hits that level, that doesn't mean you buy it. That just means you wait for the next setup, right? So I'm going to drop this in the Zoom chat so you guys can have this screenshot. You guys can have this. You guys can drop it in my. Yeah, I'll show an example. You guys can drop it in my Filthy Deuces chat if you want to. And if someone. Oh, no, you guys can't. Let me do something real quick. Let me send you guys the Filthy Deuces chat link if you're not already in it. We're about to hit 2,600 members in there. It's pretty crazy. Let me see. Let me just drop my link in there real quick. All right. That's my group link if you guys aren't already in it. I didn't do 1, 2, 3. I did 1, 2. If you were paying attention, I only do 1, 2, not 1, 2, 3. This is Filthy Deuces. Is there a point in time where deuce is considered invalid? Yeah, it can be invalid. If the stop loss would be 5 pips above the engulfing candle. So this is the engulfing candle right here, or the breakout candle. Just go to the wick and measure 5 pips right here. So like Mario said earlier, is risk to reward is very important for it. So if you look right here, this is stop loss. It's less than 20 pips, right? Let's do the risk to reward map on this real quick. You just put your, this is like a risk to reward calculator right here. 14 pip stop loss with a 55 pip gain. This is a 1 to 3 risk to reward. Okay, 1 to 3 risk to reward. That's very, very powerful. If you don't know what risk to reward is, then go to IMO Academy. Okay, IMO Academy will teach you this. So let me look at another example on another pair. Now, someone give me a pair. Somebody give me a pair. I just gave the SL. It's 1299.10. GA. Y'all love GA just like as much as I do. I love GA. It's a beautiful pair. I called a deuce on GA a while back. Look what it did. It just beautifully hit take profit. So let's go over this real quick. Let's go over this deuce over here. BTC USD. Yeah, deuces with engulfing traps is fire. Let's go over this real quick. So what do you do, right? You go to the rank goes, identify a high. This is just an example, right? This is past price, not now. Identify a previous high or low. Count to 2. 1, 2. Put your horizontal line, vertical line on the second one. Go back to it. No, that wasn't it. I did it on the 2-hour actually. Yeah, I did it on the 2-hour at that time. It worked on any time frame. So let me show you guys this real quick. So you identify the high, count to 2. right there. I think it shifted as well. No, it didn't. It's perfect. This is how it was. Okay, perfect. So remember what I said. What's the cycle of the market? Okay, so we got level 1 here, got a level 2, then a 3 push. 1, 2, 3, right? Let me draw this out so you guys can see it clear. The level 1, level 2, and then 3 pushes. One swipe, 2 swipes, 3 swipes to go into a level 3 reversal, right? A level 3 reversal. This is a half a Batman pattern over here, right? So you you have that confirmation alone telling you you should be looking for a sell, okay? That confirmation alone. Then you look at market structure, right? What did we do? We created a high point, low point, lower high, lower low, lower high for our entry, lower low for our TP, right? That's another confirmation. It varies for every pip. Swipes. Yeah, you got to train your eye to see this. I can go on any pair and see this. Like it's just really seeing it over and over and over and over again. Okay, so you have those confirmations. Then the next thing, at the vertical line, is it an engulfing candle? Can someone tell me, do we have an engulfing candle at the vertical line? Don't change the settings of the rankos. Leave the rankos the way they are. If it works for you, then cool. But if you're using if you use Filthy Deuces on the rankos and you change the ranko settings to 10, DM me so I can test it out. Like I always say, take what I teach you, make it your own, make it better. If that makes it better, then cool. Run with it. Okay, so you guys see only let's see, only 2 people see an engulfing candle. Does anyone else see an engulfing candle right here at the vertical line? Okay, now people see it, right? I thought you guys fell asleep for a second. Woo! All right, we have the engulfing candle. Then what do you want to look for? Is there supply or demand? No, not right here. Right, there is no supply or demand right there, but it is an engulfing candle with the reversal pattern. How do you determine take profit? You measure the move, right? The arrow right there, boom. It's 110 pips. Yeah, that is 110 pips. This tripped me out for a second. You clone that arrow. You drag the cloned arrow, put it at your entry. Right? Put it at your entry. Put the horizontal line right there. Right, boom, right there. That's your TP. And then you look left for structure. I'm not going to do it this time, but you look left for structure. Now, most people wouldn't have caught this entry because it happened so fast. So therefore, it makes a second entry very valid for a deuce, right? It makes a second entry for a deuce very valid. So how do you determine take profit for the second entry? Measure the second move, right? The full move down from this high to this low, 184 pips, right? On that, put it right at your entry. Look at this. I called this live on Zoom one time. I don't know who was there. If you were there, say me. But look at that. Smash take profit. It's smash take profit, right? And then you get out of the market for the next whole day. You don't need to be in the market for the next, 24 hours. Just let the market do its thing. You caught your trade, so why you trying to jump back into a trade? The engulfing candle is at the vertical line right here. This is the engulfing candle. It's larger than its previous candles. It didn't take over the body of any of its previous candles, but it's still a large candle. And another confirmation for the second entry is supply zone. You guys see that supply zone right there? You see that? Let me delete this real quick. And I'm about to give you guys a GA trade in a sec. 'Cause I think I saw something. So that's a supply zone right there. So this gave you all the confirmations in the world to sell. Yes, I use fibs as well. If you wanted to use a fib, I forgot to go over that too. From the high to the low, is there a 50 or 618% retracement at our entry? Is there a 50 to 618? Look at that. Fire. See, if you're fired up and ready to make some money with trading in these next 3 months, ready to go all in, right? Make so much money. Type some nines. Let's see some nines. Sheesh. They all fired up. All right. So we got that, right? That's it, guys. That's really it. Now, what do we see on GA? Okay. What do we see on GA? Now, we have the market. We caught that trade. It's in a consolidation. It looks like it wants to go up, but remember what I said about the cycle, right? We had our reversal pattern. The market should go down though, because this is a downtrend. This is a downtrend now. This is now a downtrend. So what can we do? We can look for a deuce, right? Look for a deuce. Now, look right here, okay? Let's see if this one already hit TP. The most previous high or low in the market. Let's look for a deuce at or near that area. Well, hopefully I can get you guys some money before we get off. Yeah, this already hit take profit. So I do need to change the rules of deuces because of the vertical line. Yeah, so look at this, right? We drew up two. We know the market's down. We know it gave us a head and shoulders right here. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Jimmy is here. You measure the move from high to low. Oh, no, not that. Low. Right there. 84 pips. Let's see. I'm curious. If you think it hit take profit, wait, type some ones. Yeah, levels in the market can take way more than a week. Can take way more than a week. Let's see. If you think it hit take profit, oh my god. Sheesh. Look at this. Guys, I'm telling you, I cannot make this up. I really cannot make this up. Just look at this. 84 pips. It gave you all the pips in the world. To the pip. It gave you all the pips that you needed. And you're done. That's it. That's all you needed. You're good for the day. You're good for the week. Catch 84 pips on a standard, you just made $840. You made more than you would at a job. But see, it took a while for this setup to even happen. It took a while for this setup to even happen. Some of you are very impatient. I wait for this. I literally wait for that one trade that can pay me so much that I can go buy a new car, that I can go buy, whatever I want, that I can go travel to Houston, go travel the country, go see people in my group, right? There you go. I like that. Trading is the transfer of money from the impatient to the patient, right? So, you guys got value. Drop some sevens. I want to see if people got value today. You don't need to flip $50 ASAP. You already did it. You just have to speak it into existence. All right, USD peso. Let me see. Someone sent me that earlier, and I sent it to my group. Oh, can't freak out about trades. Okay, it hasn't done anything. USD Mexican. Let me analyze that real quick. 1, 2. Draw the vertical line. Yeah, it's still valid to me. I don't get what's wrong with it. This is the breakout candle right here. I do not get what is wrong with this trade. Nothing wrong with this trade at all. It's still valid. It hasn't hit stop loss. Stop loss is right here. All right. So if you guys got value, you know how to reach me. Trying to retest. It could retest and head back down. So what does it have to retest? The vertical line right here, or the horizontal line. Look, guys, I can't tell you exactly what the market's going to do or when it's going to do it. I can only do my own analysis enough to where, you guys can do it too. Bitcoin looks like it's going to drop a little bit, but that thing is just shooting up. Let's see if the deuces work on Bitcoin. I don't trade cryptos. Let's see if they work. Back to the candles. Oh yeah, they work. Look at that. The retest on the next candle and it shot up. Pretty clean. Let's try another example. 1, 2 up. Put your vertical line. Go back to your candles. Let's see. Oh wow. Look at that. Oh my. I'm sure it was probably like this, because what you have to understand is Renko's shift. It usually is 75% of the vertical candle. So, spread would have entered you in the trade either way, but look at that. Oh my God. Let's try something out. The low to the high. It's a lot of pips. 600, I think. Yeah, this thing smashed take profit easily. All right, yeah, so deuces work on Bitcoin too. I think we established that. Been back testing it on Bitcoin all day today. Even tried it on porn and it works. Yeah, it works on porn. Yeah, specific settings for fibs are 50%, 61.8%. I don't care about anything else. Yeah, peso is a swing trade. EA deuce still active. Let's check EA. This deuce we caught the other day was fire. It's still active to me because we have a head and shoulders forming. We have a head and shoulders forming. We have Jimmy in the area right there. And then we have 3 pushes, right? We have 1, 2, and then 3. Man, y'all are just asking for signals now. GU. That's how you know I need to end the call. My teaching is done. Let's check GU. That's a nice downtrend. When I'm looking at a trade and I'm going through which level of the cycle I'm in, I'm not necessarily looking for the entire move. It doesn't matter how many days. Stop focusing on the days. Focus on the market. This right here is the level 2. Doesn't matter what day it is. It doesn't matter. It's just a level 2. Doesn't matter when it'll reverse. No. GJ is starting a new cycle. Let's check GJ instead. GJ. We have a level 1, you have a level 2, you have a level 3. Reversal pattern, is there any? A W, if anything? Can we find a deuce on here? GJ is really good for 15-minute deuces, by the way. And so, by the way, people were seeing sells on deuces. I think it already activated. It can hit take profit, but I would be very careful with the sell if you're selling GJ. I think it already hit take profit though. Let me measure the move. No, I didn't hit take profit. Yeah, it didn't hit take profit. Take profit, but look how interesting this is. Take profit is the end of the arrow. Look at that. Look where it is to complete the W. It can complete that W. It can complete that W. See, what it'll do is it'll make you think that the 15-minute is going to complete one right here, but then it'll go even lower to get into your head to create those, emotions of I need to get in now for a buy. So you start buying it right here, you lose the trade. You start selling here, you lose the trade again. You know what I mean? So always expect the market to spike in the wrong direction before it goes your way. And I don't mean that like every time, but it'll happen sometimes, okay? Yeah, it'll fake you out. Don't ever expect the market to perfectly go your way. Nobody's perfect. The market's not perfect. All right. Does anyone have any other questions? All right. Yes. Ask the question. Let me unmute you. Gelfree. Gelfree. Let's see. Gelfree, are you there?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
New York City.
New York City. Oh,
Yeah.
you in the house.
I mean, if you can find a house out here, that's pretty good.
Hey, how's the weather over there?
It's raining every single day. Rainy season.
Man, that's horrible. Yeah, bro. What was your question?
All right. So when you go on the Renko part, right? So you go to the most recent high or low, and you go like in between the if I were to count 1, 2, you count the last 2 bars and then put it in between those, or is it the second and third,
The
off a low?
horizontal line should always remain in between the second and third Renko bar. So what do I mean by second and third? When you get a bullish and a bearish, that's 1, 2.
Mm-hmm.
Bullish is 1, under the bullish is 1, under the bearish is 2. So that makes that in between the second and third Renko bar.
All right, got you. And
You see
then
that?
and then considering I could see if beginners or they do the flip side of that, they might try the buy. So it's important to know, market market structure.
Cycle and structure, yes. So
Yeah.
that's why in my rules I put that. It's in my chat. How long have you been in my group?
For Filthy Deuces,
Yeah.
I've been here for about a month or so, and
Oh
I
wow.
didn't really catch on to what you guys are doing until about 2 days ago, and then I
Okay,
got
so
into back testing the engulfing trap.
what made you finally get into Filthy Deuces?
I got into a Zoom call with someone who introduced me into that, and then they told me about Filthy Deuces, and then I'm like, wait, I'm in that group, and then I look into the group, and I'm like, wow, this was here the whole time. I just didn't look, and now I'm here.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, man, send me
Likewise.
a DM, just let me know how it's going for you. And I'm always here to help. That's why my group's here. That's why I'm here.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate you. Oren does not teach this. This is my strategy. I learned some of the stuff from Oren. So that's why you'll see some like resonating stuff, some things that match. But this is my strategy right here. I want to talk to someone else. Who wants to talk? Somebody talk. Somebody raise their hand or ooh, we got some hands raised. PK, what's up, PK?
Hey, how are you, Hussein?
I'm good. How are you? Where are you from?
Good, bro. I just love the way you teach, brother. I've been following Oren for a while. I've been in my iMarkets live for about a year, but just of lately 2 months, I've been making money, man. Thanks a lot for that. I've got a question. In regards to the gaps, I asked before as well. Normally if the market opens up with a gap, the market tends to close that gap.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if it doesn't? How do you interpret that in terms of trading or in terms of your entry?
Okay, that's a great question. Where are you from?
I'm in Sydney, Australia.
Sydney. Ooh, I have family there. I'll be there in the next year or two.
Oh, let me know. I'll just catch up with you.
Got you. So gaps, right? Gaps always do get filled in the market, but I don't trade gaps. I don't focus on gaps. I used to, but gaps.
Direction of the market in regards to the gaps.
Gaps are just market manipulation, to be honest. And it weekend. So it's like the weekend there's news and stuff. So, it's just market closing and opening in a different spot because the market was closed. But what I see here, right? I know that this gap will get closed, but it didn't fully get closed. So the market, when it comes into an uptrend, right? When I see that reversal officially break this high, right here, I know that this market should make its way up to fill this gap.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It's not even a support or resistance area, to be honest with you. It's just market gap.
Because I was referring in regards to how Oren teaches like 4 touches and the fourth one is a breakout of, or if the third one is just like the market goes down the trend line that we draw, it's normally it's a fake out. In regards to that, that's why I wanted to know, like on the weekend, like for example, the fourth touch happens to be a gap and the market breaks out. So is there a way how to interpret that?
To
Well, I
be
got your
honest with you,
point.
I've never really tested that out. I'm gonna have to look into that. I really never tested that out. But yeah, I'll look into it. So it's
I
like
just,
I
yeah,
don't I don't really see the only reason that would matter is if you hold a trade over the weekend. If you don't, just ignore the gap. So like this right here, right? Just act like it's a bearish candle. Honestly, just act like it's a bearish candle. So you can
right,
still do this right here because of these levels right here. And this
right.
gap doesn't matter. It's just, the market gapping. Like this right here, UJ gapped big time. So let me see
Yeah.
if there was a 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably was. I don't know. No, not really. Yeah, UJ. All it did. See, look right here. Let me zoom in for you. So look right here, right? It hit support. It broke through support, right? So when people sold it, the market opened up 60 pips below where it closed, right?
Yeah.
So some people made money, but also what you can consider is that it didn't close below the wick. So people started to buy it before the market closed. So they lost money.
Yeah.
When the market fills half of the gap, people start buying right here. Trust me, it's all market psychology. Start buying right here, and then it doesn't go the full move, and then it reverses. Did
Okay.
that help you a little bit?
Yeah, that helped me. I just am developing a strategy with the raincoats. I just want to share that with you privately. I send you a DM, okay?
Okay. And
I just
Jeremy.
need your help. Yeah, I just need your help to actually test that out.
Yeah, I got you. Just send me a DM and then I'll reply when
All
I
right.
can.
Thank.
Get the recording from Mario, Sierra, or Keith. How do
Are
you?
they in this group?
Yeah, they're all in the Filthy Deuces group.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Yep, you got it. Let's see. Mute. Mario, Sierra, and Keith. Drop your Instagrams. I know Sierra's is. I think it's just Sierra Vasquez. Everyone follow them. How would you combine deuces and endorphin trap? I don't have an example in the back of my mind, but essentially when there's a deuce, look at the candle at the vertical line. Sometimes it will be an endorphin trap. It's pretty lit. Okay. Jeremy. Let me unmute Jeremy real quick since Jeremy, are you there? Jeremy, are you there? No. Yeah. Okay. No. Okay. So, all right, I unmuted you, Jeremy, if you can talk. Oh, all right. Let me unmute Alexis, since you have a lot of great questions. Let's see if you want to talk.
I'm here.
What's up, Alexis?
What's up?
Where are you from?
Near LA. So you're not too far from me.
Near LA. You got to come to one of our trading sessions.
Yeah, I missed the one in Covina, unfortunately.
Ooh, I'm sorry for your loss.
I know.
But
I know.
yeah. How long have you been in the group?
I've been in yours for I think like 3 weeks.
Okay. Have you been getting value?
Yes, very much so.
Awesome.
You got to find the right person who teaches a way that you can understand and the way you resonates with me.
That's perfect. I'm glad to hear that. Do you have any other questions for me?
No, because I know how to do the engulfing traps, but I was trying to see just how to combine them. But I mean, you just said it right now, so.
Yeah, Trap King has a few examples of engulfing trap and a deuce. I believe NASDAQ 100. Let me check that real quick. I believe he found one on NASDAQ 100 and it hit like 700 pips take profit. Let me check right now. Our trading sessions are in my trading sessions or my trading lounges are in San Diego every Tuesday for the person that asked. If anyone else has any questions, just raise your hand and I'll unmute you. Okay. Yeah, this right here. Do you see this, Alexis?
Yep.
Okay, so this right here is our deuce. The vertical line, the horizontal line, it hit the entry, right? But before it hit after it hit the entry, what did it do? Do you see what I see?
It engulfed those 4 on the left or 3 on the left.
Yep, it's an engulfing trap. Easy, right?
So with the engulfing, the traps, though, from what I remember, you had to measure them, make sure it was the engulfing was more
this
than
is
19
NASDAQ
pips.
100. This is way more than 18 pips.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a fast moving pair. So if I measure it, which I have to do for my take profit anyways, if I just measure this right here, it's 94 pips, right? So if I'm measuring take profit, it would be like this, 94 pips or 945. I have no clue what that is, but we'll assume it's 94. Put it at your entry. Put your horizontal line. Look at that. They're structured to the left.
Yep.
See? So it's very,
Nice.
very easy.
Perfect. Thank you very
Awesome.
much.
Appreciate you. Blake. What's up, Blake?
Oh, it's good, Hussein. I was
Mhm.
wondering, because you said the banks aren't trading on Sunday, so who mainly controls the markets on Sunday then?
So on Sundays, do you usually see the market consolidating?
Yeah.
That's called retail traders.
So it's pretty much just like the masses or the retail traders like trying
The
to
masses,
decide
yes.
which way it's gonna go. Got you.
The I don't want to say poor or broke people, but the people that don't have billions of dollars are trading Sundays.
Okay.
So, for example, my group, some people in there trade Sundays, which I don't understand. I know people that trade all day, every day. I don't understand that either. But they do
Got
that.
you.
And where are you from, Drake?
I'm from Orange County.
Oh, lit.
Yeah, I was gonna. I asked you the other day where your trade house sessions were, but can you drop the address in the chat, or can I DM you for the address to the trade house on Tuesday?
Yeah, DM me. I'm actually still not in San Diego. I've been away for like 3 weeks now, so I'll be back next week. But yeah, I can definitely send that out. Blown account on a Sunday. Don't trade Sunday again. Hold up. I need to talk to Brian. Hey, Blake, you got any other questions? I heard you had another question.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
All right, perfect. Hey, look at this dude. Yeah, that is 945 pips. That's lit. I noticed sometimes the Rental bars shift after you place. It's because the Rental bars are based off of volatility. So you have it set to volatility. So let me unmute Abdul real quick, and then I want to talk to Brian. What's up, Abdul? Abdul, are you there? I'll give you 3 seconds. Oh, you muted yourself. One more time. 1, 2, 3. All right. Let me unmute Brian real quick. What's up, Brian? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
You in OC?
Not right now. I'm in New York. I went to surprise my mom for Mother's Day, but I'm back in OC next week.
Dope. Have we met in person?
No, we haven't.
Oh, okay. Well, look, man, I just read that you blew your account on a Sunday.
Yeah, that was like a month ago, so now I don't trade Sundays anymore.
Okay, well, if it was that moment in time, like if it was right now that you did that, do you know what I would tell you?
What would you tell me?
I'm sorry for your loss.
Exactly. It's not a loss. Lesson learned.
Exactly. How long have you been in my group?
In your group about a month now, 4 weeks. I've
No
only
way.
been in IML for 2 months, but I've been trading like regular stocks since high school.
Oh, dope. That's dope. So have you been getting value from my group?
Oh, a lot. So much value.
That's dope, man. Well, I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, man, anytime you have a question.
Yeah, no, I definitely want
there.
to talk to you later sometime because, I'm taking computer science in school, and I was thinking about, making a script for Philthy Deuces, like a harmonic scanner, but just for Philthy Deuces.
Let's do it. DM me.
Word.
All right. Appreciate you, bro. Who else? Let's see. Who else wants to talk to Philthy while you can? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm very terrible at replying to DMs. Yes, you can look for Philthy Deuces on every time frame. You can even look for it on the 1 minute. I knew Doug